Welcome to the Cannon Hall Farm podcast. With us, the Nicholson brothers farmers Rob and Dave.
We're two Yorkshire farmers who, along with our dad Roger, brother Rich and the rest of our family, have turned a farm with 2 sheds and a barn into an award-winning tourist attraction.
You've seen us on telly, live on Facebook, and now we've got our very own podcast.
Coming up, who is the most famous person to have visited Cannon Hall Farm?
Warwick Davis.
What, more famous than Princess Anne?
Possibly.
You reckon?
I actually
Your
forgot
Royal
about
Highness.
Princess Anne.
I would like to apologise on behalf of the whole family now.
I didn't think about Princess Anne.
Your visit to Cannon Hall Farm was one I will never forget. Dave, what have you been up to this week?
Well, funnily enough, Rob, I went to the TV Choice Awards, right? I've got to say, we had a really, really good time.
Very good.
What I would say is, how expensive is bottles of lager and gin and tonics down there?
All I could hear was the Yorkshire war cry. How much?
Right, a little bottle of lager, £11, right? Gin and tonic, £20, right? We decided to cut our losses and we went back to the hotel for a pint.
So the question is, how on earth did I get beer badly at them prices? The following morning, I decided the only thing I could do was stay in London. I was too ill to travel back on the train.
Look, what can I say? I had a pizza right before I went to bed, and that just lined my stomach and gave me the security of not feeling poorly the next morning.
Yeah, well, I wish I'd had a slice of that pizza because I felt really ropey, but luckily I came round just in time to get the train back to Yorkshire, and as soon as I hit the White Rose County, I just felt so much better.
What about the awards, though? We met some celebrities. We had a little wander round. We had a chat with 1 or 2 people.
David and I worked the room. We went round every table and we got pictures with everyone that we recognised, and we talked to some people. And I think the highlight for me, Dave, was meeting the post mistress who incredibly got sent to prison, so totally unfairly.
Did she actually go to prison?
She went to prison. And she asked us for a picture with her, and I was so honoured. And she was such a lovely person. And the other one that really stuck out was Hayley from Coronation Street. I don't know her real name, but she was a really, really wonderful lady, and it was a pleasure to talk to her.
And the chap from Barnsley, he was.
Oh, yeah.
What's he called now?
What's his name, Tom? That bloke from Barnsley.
Sean Dooley. Sorry,
yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
What a really nice bloke. He'd be nice to have on the podcast.
He's a son of the town. He's a Barnsley supporter, and he was on that Mr. Bates v. the Post Office, and I was so pleased that they won.
I tell you who else I thought was a lovely gentleman, right? Airy Biker.
Oh, yeah.
Si.
Yeah.
So he was a pleasure to
And
talk
Dan
to.
Walker.
Yeah, Dan was a good man.
a nice man.
Yeah.
And Vera.
Yeah.
What's her name, Tom? The lady's name? Vera? Brenda Blethlin.
Yeah.
It was really, really nice. She had time for us. We had a picture with her. And that lady who my dad likes, I think is he a bit sweet on her?
Funnily enough,
Jenny Agutter.
Yeah.
Jenny
She's a lovely
Agutter,
lady.
yeah.
I spoke to her a few times.
And I said to her, would you mind having a picture with my dad? He's a big fan. He loves to call the midwife. And she said, no, of course not. Bring him across. So we had a picture. And then next thing I turned around, and there they are chatting away for 5 minutes afterwards.
Well, look, I mean, a lot of these celebrities are just normal people, aren't they? You know, and they just excel at what they do.
A couple of farmers from Barnsley rubbing shoulders with the great and the good of TV. It was a night to remember. Very, very lucky to be there. And it's only thanks to you guys for supporting us and voting for us. So we will be forever in your debt to give us nights like we had the other night. It was a real pleasure.
Yeah, and hangovers.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Happy nights, sad mornings?
Well, it sounds a bit that way.
I definitely had it that way around. Right, we've done a few of these where you, the viewers, ask us questions. We're lucky enough to have Rich on the couch with us today, and I'm going to start with him. And the question is from Claire, and it is, what's your favourite time of the year on the farm and why?
Well, I do love springtime because that's when the fish are becoming more active. So the fish in the little stream down at my house, there's wild garlic growing on the banks. Everything's just bursting into life, you know, and the insect life is there. that's my favourite time of year.
And what month would you say that springtime really happens for you? When do you think that is?
I think it's May, really.
Really?
When the mayflies are out and the wild garlic's out. It's a, you know, I love to. In fact, I spotted for the first time this morning just little bits of wild garlic coming through. So it's February. So it's sort of, that's pretty early.
And did
really.
that put a little bit of a tingling?
It did. My heart felt just slightly lighter.
Did it? Right. Nice. Dave,
Well-
what about you?
Same, really. May is my favourite month because you got the bluebells as well, Rob.
Yeah.
You know, they come out, you know, that burst of colour up in the woodland. It's fantastic. And my daughter Poppy was born in May, so it's just got nice memories.
Yeah, lovely.
How about yourself, Rob?
I don't want to. I want to try and think outside the box. I'm going to say, I love the autumn.
Yeah.
Right? Because I just think some of the days, a nice autumn day is as nice as any day you can get. You know, you get that late season fishing where you're trying to hang on to these magical days because you know there are darker times ahead. So yeah, just to be different, I'm going to appreciate autumn for all its colours, its richness, its harvest, and yeah, there are other things to enjoy about it.
Autumn's definitely my second favourite as well because there's a lot of mushrooms around to forage at that time of year, and there's quite a lot of life as well at that time of year to see, and obviously there's the harvest of all the fruit and things like that. It's,
And what months do you think encompass autumn? What do you think they are?
well, October, November, really.
September, October, November?
To a degree, but September's sort of like still the end of summer. Isn't it,
Well, you can
really?
only have 3, can't you, per season? And June, July and August have got to
Yeah.
be summer, haven't they? So
It's a great time to go out fishing at Whitby as well into to sort of the back end of the summer if the weather's nice.
and you know you're trying to make the most of it before the bad weather sets in. Right. So thank you very much to Claire there for that first question. It was a very lovely one. Next question is from Kerry. What's the best trick you've ever played on each other? I'm going to go with David here.
Can't really talk about it.
Why?
I don't really.
Come on, there's no off limits here. What is it?
No, I can't really talk about
Is
it.
it when you gave me a Christmas present?
Well, when it was a potato.
Yeah.
Because you just got done for a parking fine for going and having some chips with dripping.
Is that what you
Yeah,
did?
right.
This is not it, no.
I can't remember that bit, but I do remember having 2 potatoes wrapped up in a present, and I think he nipped off and wrapped it up just for a laugh because he thought that were funny.
I think Katie did something similar to Tom, actually. She wrapped him something up that was really banal. It really
Well, Katie used to do a shopping at the sort of the
Poundland.
well, and the sort of the
It were down at
the
Village.
jumble sale.
Oh, she did, yeah.
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 So she'd like you get an ornament that had an ear missing or something like that. You know, like
She did all
a
the Christmas
jade elephant
shopping.
with a missing ear. You know.
Oh, trunk.
So go on, Dave. What
No,
what
I
have you
can't.
done?
I honestly can't. I mean, tricks. I mean, we used to go to Joke Shop, and we used to put those exploding
Snappets.
into cigarettes.
I
I've
remember mother's
remembered one,
cigarettes.
yeah.
Right, and she used to smoke. And all of a sudden, you hear this
Didn't I
massive
put itching
bang.
powder down someone's pants?
Probably, yeah.
Right,
I think I bought some
Do you
itching
remember
powder.
anti-flow with the exploding cigarette?
Did you-
That set the chair alight. That was good. We were all stood around going, "Go on, light it, anti-flow, light it, anti-flow." And she was like, "There's definitely something wrong here. Would you like a cigarette, anti-flow?" Well, all right then, you know. Then kaboom, it went and they set the chair up.
I
think
think
I-
that's when settees went up, didn't they?
Yeah.
I put itching powder in someone's underpants, definitely.
Not mine.
One of you two.
Not mine.
Probably me then.
Yeah.
No, just really that with my mum. The business, big explode, a cigarette was like that. It was like totally over the head.
We made our own stink bombs, didn't we, as well, with rotten eggs.
I suppose rotten egg fights were the best, though, weren't they?
Another question, and this is from Vera, and what a great name Vera is. And the question is there a new skill that you would like to learn?
I've got one.
Well, I'm going to ask Richard then.
I tell you what I'd like to learn, and I'm going to do it soon, is to make a pot on a potter's wheel. That's something I've not done.
Did we do that once?
We did it in the farm.
Yeah, didn't we both do half each?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
We
I
won.
think.
We
Yeah,
won.
we weren't bad.
No, Matt and Kat, who used to work for us in the farm shop, run a pottery called Pottery West, and they do like courses. And I've not booked the date yet, but I'm going to do it sometime. I paid for my course, so I think Claire's going to come as well, and we're going to learn how to make a pot.
If you can hear a bit of beeping in the background, it's the JCB outside. So don't worry too much about that. We just got to carry on and make the best of it.
Don't worry. It's only a JCB.
Yeah, it's probably
You're
my
used to that
JCB.
from the lives anyway, aren't you? You know.
Right, so is there a new skill? Dave, what's your new skill?
No, I haven't got a new skill, but I'd like to learn how to carve, and especially like stick like animal heads, if you like, because Roy, a good friend of my dad's, he used to do it, and he was going to show me how to do it, but he passed away unfortunately, and that is what I'd love to do.
So are you going to watch on YouTube or something like that to learn the skill?
I've been looking. You can do a course online, not online. You can actually book a course and go travel down. I think it's in Derbyshire. The one
That's
I've seen.
another thing I'd like to. I'd like to learn how to make a knife.
Oh, that'd be good. as
I
well.
watch Forged in Fire a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watch
this
it a
knife
lot.
will cut.
Yeah. That's one of our programmes that we watch most nights.
Yeah, I watch that.
So thank you for that, Vera.
Hang on a minute. How about yourself?
Oh,
You're so good at everything, you can't think of
no,
anything
'cause
that
you never
you
know.
could possibly
I'd
learn.
like to be able to chop an onion so it's all immaculately diced.
You can't do that.
Well, I can chop it something like it, but I wouldn't say I can do it like a professional chef can do it. No, I can't quite do it. But I might study it a bit longer, and I'd like to get my veg prep a bit neater,
Okay.
and further develop my culinary skills. I've been doing some good stuff since I got my air fryer. It's definitely opened a whole new world. Right, Claire. This is from. Does Julie or Anita or Claire have any farming backgrounds before they met you?
No.
It's a strong no from
I
Richard.
don't think so. I don't think there's anything.
It's a no from me. Oh, hang on a minute. She used to go to Young Farmers. That's it.
Right, so that's the farming background. So Julie, whilst not from farming stock, was definitely with a countryside background and used to ride a horse, and therefore used to help on the farm and look after the horse. So yeah, I suppose a rural background, if not a farming one. But I think they would all appreciate living in the countryside and are aware of the surroundings we're lucky enough to live in. Would that be fair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. The next question is from Debbie, and it is: who is the most famous person to have visited Cannon Hall Farm?
Warwick Davis. A-list celebrity. Been in all the Harry Potter movies.
What, more famous than Princess Anne?
Possibly.
You reckon?
I actually
Your
forgot
Royal
about
Highness.
Princess Anne.
I would like to apologise on behalf of the whole family now.
I didn't think about Princess Anne.
Your visit to Cannon Hall Farm was one I will never forget. It was a proud moment. It was an honour indeed that Your Majesty visited us, the humble farm in Barnsley. And please ignore David. He didn't mean that. But that said,
It's
Warwick
Royal
Davis is a good
Isn't it
man.
Royal Highness rather than Majesty?
I don't know.
I think
but
that's
Hang on a minute.
reserved for the
We had-
monarch.
Your
we
Royal
had-
Highness.
But you are
I
only...
apologise for calling you Your Majesty.
And we've also had a Ricky
right.
Hatton round.
Oh, Ricky Hatton. No,
So
come
that's
on.
another borderline
Yeah.
one.
Well, a world famous boxing champion.
And who would you most like to have dinner with?
Warwick Davis. He was a nice man.
Not Les Dawson.
Well, he's never
You,
been
you
around
mean,
the farm.
oh, you mean who about everybody would you most like to have dinner with?
Right. So David has gone for Warwick Davis. Rich.
I think Princess Anne was definitely the most famous, but I was worried about having COVID at the time. and
Who's
I
the
didn't
most famous
come,
person excluding royalty?
excluding royalty?
Oh,
Because
I've got another one.
we've had the Duke of Edinburgh as well, haven't we?
Not the farm.
No.
But the Duke of Edinburgh as he is now, it was.
Prince Edward.
Yeah.
I've got another one.
Go on then, Dave. Tell us.
Son of Barnsley, Michael Parkinson.
Pretty famous. I've seen John Stones here as well. England and Manchester City footballer.
They're all worthy.
Kathy Staff, who played Nora Batty. She came in the tea room in the early days.
Sophie Ellis Bextor.
Well, you think that, but I'm not sure.
Ellen Skelton.
Fairly famous.
Never heard of her.
JB. Strictly Fame.
No, I've not heard of him either.
How about that Jules Hudson chap?
Oh, he's a nice fella.
Go on then, who's the most famous?
Well, I think Warwick Davis is like been in some top films.
You and Warwick Davis, you look like that, are you?
It was a really nice, lovely family, actually.
Jessica Ennis Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She never
she's
came
been-
back.
No.
Well, you just say that because Anita got a picture with her in the indoor play.
She got hounded in Hungry Lion.
Oh, we had all that Corrie lot, didn't we? We had Catherine Kelly because she had her child's first birthday party with us on the first week of opening up the Hungry
We've
Lion.
had quite a few from Coronation Street.
Yeah,
And a
the
few
one who
from
plays
Emmerdale.
Fizz, she came as well, didn't she?
What other sports people have we had? Anyone else that springs to mind?
We've had football. Oh, I tell you what, we've had Zara's husband around.
Oh, and Zara. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Tyndall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
We've had
came
Ronnie
with the
Glavin
kids on
round,
Christmas
haven't we?
Eve or something
We've
like
had
that.
Ronnie Glavin round. Bearing in mind,
Oh,
Ronnie
yeah.
Glavin was all our heroes. He was
Yeah.
iconic Barnsley midfielder, free scoring, a really impressive footballer. And Richard took it on himself to give him a full guided tour around the farm. And what question did he ask you?
Do you have any problems with rats? That's what he said. Something like that. Anyway, so you're a bit thicker Glaswegian sort of.
It's the only
I could hardly
question he
understand.
asked.
I could hardly understand. Yeah, we're only interested in how many rats we had. Yeah.
So anyway, that's a very, very good question. Very thought provoking. And
Hey, and please comment if you think I am right with Warwick Davis or Princess Anne.
I think it's Princess Anne. Right.
Are you? Warwick Davis, me and Dale.
Hey Dave, now we're into 2025. We can finally talk about our new book.
That's coming out in March.
Exactly.
Now, I'm really excited about this because Mum and Dad have done their chapters, Richard's done his, you've done yours, and I did mine. And I've got to say, I mentioned the pub more than once.
Well, I'm really looking forward to hearing everyone's contribution because I don't know yet what Mum and Dad have written. I don't know what you've written, and I don't know what Richard's written. But I would imagine Richard in particular has definitely got a story to tell.
Absolutely has.
We can't wait for you all to get the chance to read it. You can pre-order it right now. Simply visit merch.cannonhallfarm.co.uk and reserve your copy now.
I'm going to do that, Rob.
You don't even know how to do it.
I'm going on Google. I'm going to be there in a minute. What was it? Merch?
merch.cannonhallfarm.co.uk
Right.
and reserve your copy now.
Sound.
Sandra here has asked a question. If you could pick one thing to put on the menu in your restaurants, what would it be and why? Right, Richard, seeing as you're the culinary aficionado.
Oysters Rockefeller and lobster Thermidor. Those are two things that I really love. Especially oysters Rockefeller, that would be. If I was on death row and I had to have a last meal, that would be it.
I'd rather think that you were on death's door than death row.
Well, you never know.
What are you thinking?
Death row means he's done something heinous and terrible, which I really don't expect he would have done. So yeah, death's door perhaps. So your oysters Rockefeller and lobster
It's your
Thermidor.
last meal, you know.
Over to
Yeah.
you, Rob. I'm going to go last on this occasion.
Well, I know you'll say, oh, boring, but I'd probably just go for my celery soup.
Not calzone.
No.
Every time we go filming anyway, he needs to go to an Italian restaurant
Yeah.
and try the calzone.
Yeah, true. Calzone or celery soup, one or the other.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Although, no, just me, I've changed my mind.
Go on then.
I've started having duck leg with pancakes and spring onions, cucumber, and lettuce.
I thought you were going to say I've start to all finish.
No. So that's my new probably
I had that last night.
dish of
actually.
choice. I did.
And this is not a menu suggestion where we want to put it on as a. This is just your favourite food.
Your favourite dish.
Is that right, Rob?
Yeah.
Right.
That's my veg prep from last night.
God, veg prep.
Well, it's not bad, actually.
You know what? A good Christmas dinner takes some beating, and we do have it on the menu at Christmas. So, you know,
It's a remarkable idea.
I'm just saying it's not out now, but that's that. Or I would go. I like Korean chicken.
You do, don't you?
Right, Korean chicken takes some beating.
Poppy mentioned that the other night.
Yeah.
You?
In
In fact, it might just be in the
you know what I'd
cookbook.
like to do to get on the menu? I'd like to do a burger with cheese in the middle, jalapenos in the middle of the burger as well, and have that as a special.
What do you call it? The double burner.
Jalapenos aren't that hot. It's not
Not burn on the way in and burn on the way out.
No, I don't think it would.
Right.
I think it'd be a tasty thing.
We could stick some Scotch bonnets in him in it and,
Yeah.
and surprise him
As
with
a
it.
prank.
Yeah.
That for me, I think I'd like to see it on the menu, and I think it'd be really tasty.
Thank you very much to Sandra for that question. So the next question's from Liz. I would like to ask if Rob, Dave, and the rest of the family ever worry about becoming victims of their own success and the farm becoming more tourist attraction than traditional farm. And that's from Liz.
No, I don't worry about that because we're farmers at heart, and we're doing some great things with rare breeds, and we're breeding some real good quality Dutch spotted sheep. I think farm is our interest, and that's where we are.
Yeah.
I don't think my dad would ever allow that to happen, really, would he? Because he's always been very focused on the fact that the farm is at the heart of everything that we do, which is, it suits all of us, I think.
I think we're as a family and as people and as a place, we've probably got more farming going on here than I think any other farm attraction I can think of.
Definitely.
So whilst we need to embrace all the facilities that people expect on a great day out, at the heart of it, the animals are the star of the show, and it needs to stay that way. And I think we're all aligned in that view. But thank you for the question. It's certainly a thought-provoking one. Right, the next question is from Anise.
That'll be Anise the photographer, won't it?
I would imagine it is. You don't get that many Anises. What do you think is the best thing the farm has ever achieved, and yourselves individually?
I think the most exciting award that we ever won, the one that really sort of pleased us and shocked us, was the first White Rose Award that we ever won back in 2002. Because we'd been shut down with foot and mouth the year before, but we'd still managed, because we'd opened the farm shop recently, we'd still managed to grow the business despite being shut down for 6 weeks completely. And they'd given out all the awards, and then at the end they said, we can't let this finish without one more word about one more place. And they started reading this list out of things about it. And I think me and Ellen looked at each other and sort of said, that sounds like us. And then they said, a special award for tourism to Cannon Hall Farm for managing to grow the business despite foot and mouth. And we all went, yes.
Right, so that's Richard's, Dave.
I suppose taking Ted to the Yorkshire Show, champion bull, reserve champion overall, walking around the Royal Ring, like my dad said to me, this don't happen normally. The people have been coming here all their lives and not achieved what you've achieved there. So that really made me think.
The best thing we've achieved is survival. From where we were, I thought we were down and out. We had no right to get up off the canvas in those dark days, just about when we'd left school or about to leave school, when the bank had come in and said, your time's up, sell up now while you've got 30 bob left in place. So I think to come back from that is the best achievement, and it's mostly, not exclusively, down to mum and dad. So, and then the other thing, yourselves individually, I don't think you can ever look beyond your family, can you? Julie and the children. You know, we've forged a good alliance and a good future for Tom and Katie and for Nelly and the next one. So I suppose that's where I would pitch that.
Barnsley table tennis, ping pong, handicap singles.
But can you remember your
What a
handicap?
moment, what a
Can you
moment.
remember your handicap?
I think-
You were plus 17, weren't you, against that Richard Shirt, were it?
Yeah, I
think.
don't know. I think, he probably beat me. I'm probably a different year, and he probably beat me because he was good.
What year was it? I think I know.
81 or
I
something.
think it was
like that.
83.
Was it? I've still got the little.
Did I ever win one?
I
I
don't
didn't win
think you
handicap.
did.
I think I won grade B.
You might have won that. Yeah.
I've got one. Japanese Whispers Karaoke Award. There were only 2 people entered, and for some reason we won it. Me and my mate, and Darren were there, and he says, "How the hell did you win that?"
One of the reasons you won was because only 2 people entered.
Exactly.
And I would suspect the other reason is they were worse than you.
I know, they could have been. Anyway,
So that draws to a conclusion the Q&A. Thank you so much for those questions. They were really, really thought-provoking. They were really good. And we'll look forward to the next one. So please keep your questions flowing in and we will do our best to answer them.
become a supporter on our Facebook page, and who knows, you could have your question read out next time.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Cannonall Farm podcast.
Why not subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch all the other episodes we've done?
But until next week, I've been Farmer Rob.
I've been Farmer Dave.
Bye-bye.